Hey everybody, this is Coach Jerry, live and in person, and I want to welcome you to this week's Friday message. I want to thank you for all your prayers once again for my dad and let you know that he's getting better, he's getting stronger every day. We're going to see the pulmonary doctor on Monday, so keep that in prayer. But as this has happened to my dad, it really gets you to stop for a moment and really look at life and really think about things that sometimes you just don't think about. And in one moment, life can be going great and things can be going well, and the next moment, it throws you a curveball. It gives you a gut punch. It knocks you off the course that you were on, and you have to kind of focus and deal with the things that life brings you, as I've had to deal with my mom and my father over the last several weeks. And I was on the computer doing some research for a message that I'm going to be speaking about in a few weeks, and I came across a poem that I have read before in the past. And for whatever reason, I guess it just didn't really resonate with me because for whatever reason, I just wasn't in that mental place where I really understood it. But with all of these things that my dad has been going through, this poem all of a sudden really spoke to my heart. And I know there's some of you out there that have probably heard this poem before. But I just felt led in my spirit today to share this with you because I think in this world that we live in the craziness that's going on around the world, this is something that we need to remember. And this is a poem that was written by Linda Ellis. Now, I wish I could say I memorized the whole thing and that I'm that talented, but I'm not. So I have the poem on my right-hand side here, and if you happen to see me look back and forth, that's the reason why. But I think you'll get the impact of this poem. So here we go. I read of a man who stood up to speak at the funeral of a friend. He referred to the dates on his tombstone from the beginning to the end. He noted that first came the date of birth and spoke the following date with tears. But he said that what mattered most of all was that dash between those years. For that dash represents all the time that they spent alive on earth. And now only those who loved him know what that little line is worth. For it matters not how much we own, the cars, the houses, the cash. What matters most is how we live and love and how we spend our dash. So think about this long and hard. Are there things that you'd like to change? For we never know how much time is left that can still be rearranged. If we could just slow down enough to consider what's true and real, and always try to understand the way that other people feel, and be less quick to anger, and show appreciation more, and love the people in our lives like we've never loved them before. If we treat each other with respect, and more often wear a smile, remembering that this special dash will only last a little while. So when your eulogy is being read, with your life's actions to rehash, would you be proud of the things they say and how you spent your dash? That poem really hit me hard at this stage of my life that I'm in, because it made me realize that we in this world find so many reasons to complain and make excuses and all the things that we do, and yet at the end of the day, we are so blessed. We get up every day, we have air in our lungs. Most of us have the ability to walk and move. We've got people in our lives that love us. We've got kids that we're raising to be amazing young adults. We've got parents. Some of us, may not have our parents anymore. But for those of us that do, we still have them here. We've got businesses we're building, churches we're growing. All of these wonderful things that we're so blessed by, and yet we always seem to focus on whatever's wrong, negative, and challenging in our lives. And this poem just meant to me that what we do with our lives is more important than what we accumulate in our lives. When we're no longer on this earth, all the possessions that we have don't go with us. the jewelry, the houses, the cars, all of that stuff stays right where it's at. But the thing that really matters the most is the impact we make in people's lives while we're here. It's the lives that are affected by the things that we do. It's the people that say this world was a better place because this person was in it. And my whole focus and mission in my life is to leave this world a better place than when I came in. Is to take the gifts and the talents that God has given me and use them to the best of my ability to be a shining light in this world of darkness that we live in. Because we never know how long we have left. There's no guarantees in life. One of my famous quotes that I used to say in my business was, make the most out of every day that you're given, because you never know how many tomorrows we're going to get. You know, one moment my father was doing great, having a great time, enjoying life, working for cops, and then one slip on a bench and his whole life has been altered. Just like that, things can change. But I want to encourage you today to really dig deep inside yourself and ask yourself, are you really living that dash the way that you want? Are you making the impact that you want? Things are tough in life. Businesses are tough to build. Things happen. Challenges occur. Roadblocks come up. Obstacles knock you down. Things like that happen all the time. But we've got to dust ourselves off. We got to get back up off the floor, and we got to keep going, because there's people in this world who are hurting right now. There are people that need the very gifts and talents that you have inside of you. I've always heard this incredible saying that the gifts that we have, or the talents that we have, are God's gift to us. What we do with those talents are our gift to Him. And I just believe that today, if we can take a moment and stop complaining about things, and stop arguing and fighting about things we can't control, and start loving more, and start being more compassionate, and start helping people more, and letting that light inside of us shine into the darkness of other people's lives, we could make this world a better place just by doing that alone. And I want to just inspire you today that as long as you're standing and you've got breath in your lungs, the game isn't over. It's not over. I don't care how young you are, how old you are, how long you've struggled, the challenges you face. The game isn't over as long as you can keep moving, and as long as you've got the passion and desire in your heart to make a difference in this world. I know that I want my dash to count for something, that when it's my time to leave, all I care about is that I will meet my Heavenly Father in heaven, and He will say, well done, my good and faithful servant. Not, what in the world did you do all this time? And you know what, folks? We need to have that same passion. Let's go out and make a difference in the world. Let's make that dash count. Let's stop focusing on all the things that we can't control. Let's focus on the things that we can. And so I want to challenge you to do two things today. Number one, I want to challenge you to share this video, because I believe this is something that everyone needs to hear right now. They need to be stirred up again. There's some people who are so down in the dumps that they don't know what they can do, but sometimes you just need somebody to speak life into them, to believe in them, and things change. So I want to challenge you to share this video. If you found value in this, if this got you stirred up, share it with your team, share it with your organizations. Let's get this message out there. And then every single person that hears this message, here's the second thing I want to challenge you to do. Think of somebody in your life that's made a difference, an impact, that you love, that you appreciate. And how about if we just text them a message or make a phone call and brighten their day and let them know how much we love and appreciate them? Could you imagine if thousands and thousands and thousands of people around the world stopped whining and complaining about stuff we can't control, and for a moment just took a second to reach out and thank the people that we love and appreciate, that have been there in our lives, that we're grateful for, could you imagine we could start our own movement? I challenge you to do those two things today. Let's live our life to the fullest, my friends. Let's do everything that we can do every day to be the best that we can be. And you know, my goal with these Friday messages is to inspire and encourage you to become the best version of yourself that you can be. And I hope this message is part of helping you make that happen. I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for being a part of my life, part of my journey. Thank you for tuning into these messages. I just hope they are a blessing to you. And I want to just encourage you to tune in again next Friday, where we're going to have a very special Friday message. Can't tell you what it is. I'm just going to tell you it's going to be a real special one. So with that said, everybody, have a great week. Make it your best. This is Coach Jerry signing off, saying thank you, love you, and look forward to talking to you again next Friday.